Gentefied, the new Netflix series, is based out of Boyle Heights, a Mexican-American Latinx community located in East Los Angeles.
Being in Boyle Heights for the first time, being somewhere on First Street that was very Chicano, that was very Mexican-American, I was like both, and like I had never felt or been somewhere that really encompassed like my whole identity, and so that was just, I was so inspired by it.
We need a new approach. I'll give you a brand new list of ingredients that we can try out, and it's gonna be great. People love discovering new things.
No, we've been here, fool.
Chasing the American dream is a reoccurring theme throughout the series. Chávez explains how even though wanting to be successful is good, it can also hinder people in their community because it makes it harder for them to survive.
But then capitalism comes into play and you start to realize how it affects everyone that you love, because we both grew up low income, so we know what it's like to struggle and to but at the same time want more for yourself and your family. And so for us, coming into our dreams and coming into these spaces, it was a hard thing to navigate and reconcile, and so we put all of that into the series.
Like I belonged, and then I started to notice all the changes that were happening in the neighborhood, and I started to notice that there was more hipsters moving in, and I started to realize that I'm like, oh, I'm college educated, I'm in a different tax bracket than the family of four that's living in the studio apartment next door. And to realize that I'm like, oh, I'm a part of the change, and I'm a gentrifier here, and I'm like, even though this is how I grew up and this is where I come from, that conflict, which was a conflict that I've had my entire life of trying to figure out like, where do I belong? And I think which is something that most Mexican Americans or just children of immigrants can definitely deal with, trying to figure out how to be American and how to be Mexican and how to wrangle all that together.
Gentefied shows how resilient people are when they're faced with hard economic times. The characters in the series resemble themselves in their struggles.
There's pieces of ourselves in every single character, or pieces of people that we love.
Yeah, or the relationships and the things that we were struggling with or dealing with in our relationships. We wanted to, because we just have to write from a place, we're not trying to make up anything, we wanted to explore. I think at the end of the day, art is very healing, and so we were just putting all of our bleeding on the page as much as we could, because we were like, oh, that makes a good story.
In Boyle Heights, I'm Vanessa Wyatt reporting for the University Times.